Hey guys, Void here. So I recently got to do a live Q&A with the developer of the War of the Worlds game himself, Raf. And during that live, we actually covered his latest environmental update. And it was great because I was able to ask him questions on the spot, and he was able to interject comments, and chat was going, and the whole night was actually really special. It was my first Q&A ever. It was the biggest live stream I've ever done. Mo, I have to give you a shout out for stepping in and acting as moderator in chat. He's a moderator for Raf's channel, and Kit was in the chat. And on top of that, you guys pushed me past 1K subs. I was just blown away. It was just a really great time, and I don't think I'm gonna forget it anytime soon. So thank you guys, really means a lot. This has all been super exciting. If you wanna see that whole live stream, the link will be in the description. So with that said, here's the video. Enjoy. All right, here we go. Live, first time seeing.
Yeah, watched this yet?
No, I actually haven't. No.
Really?
We're jumping in. I'm down in the corner. It's official. More War of the Worlds content from none other than Raf. Or Raf. Raf, right? Raf. I say Raf. I think I'm used to saying Raphael from Ninja Turtles. Okay.
Yeah, it's Raf.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Oh, yes. Oh, look how good this looks. Oh my gosh. Look at how thick this is. I love this, man.
Yeah,
this is
so
awesome.
it uses a new vegetation engine called the Vegetation Engine, which is
Nice.
like $100 plugin for Unity. Which basically what I did was like I have all these vegetation assets, and they're all different in some way and work different in different ways. But what the Vegetation Engine does is it allows you to sort of put them all into one system, and they all are affected by the same wind, by the same like if you can easily do snow and red weed with this like.
Oh.
I can change one little slider and it'll change it for all the vegetation. Or I can make like masks, so I can make certain areas look like this. I can do cool stuff with the heat rays and like the trail. And like when you walk through the grass, you can see like the trail you leave. You can see the grass moving. Same with the vehicles and the animals and stuff. So it gives you really cool things you can do with the grass and the vegetation. So you'll notice like the trees moving and swaying in the grass as well. That's all thanks to the new system.
Yeah.
And yeah, the GPU rendered grass as well.
Oh yeah.
You see it runs great, and there's like a super thick like. It's not like this all over the map. But some areas that you have thick grass like that.
Yeah, you're really visualizing wind now. It's so nice.
Yeah. So in the storms and the snow, like you can see the trees like.
Snow! Oh my gosh! I just realized. Have we seen snow yet? Have I seen snow?
The streamers have, or the stream Patreon people, they've seen it a lot because I show it all the time.
You hear that, chat? Get it over to that Patreon, dude. Yeah, this is nice. This is so good. You know what you're doing, bro. You know how to make art. Yes. I love it. Okay, you know what? It's so funny is these guys are always so much taller than I think they are.
That tree, I love this shot because I was just playing the game. All these shots where I took like an hour before I was doing a live stream, just test. This was the first time I tested the new vegetation. Like I had placed it all, but I had never like walked around. And I was walking around. I was like, wow, like this all looks so good that like I'm just gonna record and like, edit a little video. And I was so eager to show everybody because it looked so good. Yeah. This is my first time actually like walking around the map with the new vegetation. And I came across this house and I saw the birds fly towards the tripod. I was like, that's perfectly placed. It just gives you like an idea of the scale of the tripod.
Yeah, like
that tree is huge. Like the tree is huge compared to the house, and then you have the tripod behind it.
Like, I know, like that's like
so far away, and it's like that big. You know?
I know. This is why it was such a false sense of size to me. Like I'm looking at this, and I'm like, oh, he's like, you know, not as tall. Yeah, okay. Like I am never ever ready for how tall these guys are, and I love it. I love it a lot. I know someone did mention, I did see a comment somewhere. Someone said they wanted the Uber pods to be like even bigger and even taller than they are now.
They're like.
Oh, you updated them?
I had an idea to. In some of the videos, you can see them kind of side by side and see how much bigger they are. But they used to be a lot bigger. They used to be like they used to make the other tripods look like tiny. because I was like, imagine if they were like huge.
Oh, so you went like Uber.
Yeah, I went Uber, but that was before I saw them next to the regular ones. And then once I saw them with the regular one, I was like, oh, they're
You're
way
like,
too
oh,
big. But I thought
maybe
it was
not.
so cool. That was massive, like titan of a fucking tripod. Like
I'm sure if you ever get like really crazy with like a sandbox mode and you can like manipulate the size of tripods, I'm sure people will just go bonkers. So
yeah,
they'll be like all the way up. Let's make it as big as the map. So
yeah, there's one of the testers found a bug with the items where he could duplicate items like infinitely.
oh,
And
nice.
he built up all the way up to the tripod, and you can tell you can see there and how tall it was.
Dude, I have to say, like, it's shots like this that I know you're an artist. Like, you just are through and through. Every time I see clouds, I love them.
You know what's
They
crazy?
look so
it
good.
only took me like a few hours to place all these vegetate. What I did was I made a brush and put 800 something like different vegetation and rocks and bushes and everything.
Oh yeah, look at this.
And
This looks good.
Yeah, and you can just paint in areas and it'll randomize what is placed. It'll kind of give it space and stuff. So like I was able to do that, and it all looks great. You know.
Yeah, really
I had
using
to
those
tweak
tools.
a lot of areas like just to clean them up and make them look more believable, but it was really good way to just make the map like 100 times better.
Yeah, and even here, this looks really good. I noticed. Yes! Oh my god, hold on, wait. You always throw like the next coolest thing in, and I'm like still hung up on the last thing, and it's so good, man. This definitely looks better than the last time I saw daytime. It kind of looked a little like flat, and this like you can just, I don't know what it is, if it's occlusion, if that's the term for it, but I'm seeing like the air. I'm feeling more in the world.
Yeah, like volumetric lighting and fog.
Yeah.
So to me, the game always looks different. It's the weather, it's the clouds, it's the fog, it's the time of day. It's just like the ambience, like there's smoke in the distance, or like, or if there's red weed. Like it just always looks different. So like this was a really beautiful shot, and you'll see it look like this a lot, but it'll also be cloudy some days. It'll be like clear skies some days. It just depends, you know. It's not always going to be blue skies or always going to be foggy or raining. So that's what I kind of wanted to emphasize in the video.
Yeah, and I've definitely seen that. Like sometimes you have these like breathtaking sunsets that feel like they're out of GTA, and then other times it's just totally different. Like those things show up, and you're like, oh wow, like really awesome that you get to see this, and it's cool you're thinking that way. So it's even in that the game isn't going to feel stale. Like you're gonna get these really lucky, like awesome moments. Not to say like the rest of the game might not look good, but just you're not like, oh yeah, like every night it's a beautiful sunset like GTA, and like every morning it's this, and you're really throwing in like this really immersive real world.
So somebody said I think the clouds are a bit too fast in that last clip. I sped it up because the clouds looked cool, like the way they were like merging in the last clip. You can tell it's sped up with the grass and the trees and stuff.
Someone asked in chat if you can control the weather dynamics at all.
Probably in the cinematic mode that I add, because I want that spectate camera. The cinematic mode, like what I want is like all you do is like watch things unfold. You're just not in it. You're just a spectator. Nice. And you can set up really cool shots and pictures and videos, and you can change the weather and the time and all that stuff. But that won't be like part of like survival.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense.
Dude. Alright, shred it.
Shred the gnar, bruh.
Shred the gnar.
Yeah, bro. Cutting some lines, taking some turns.
It's really fun. Like riding the bike is fun. So the bike was.
It sounds so good.
The bike was a suggestion by Seleno, which is one of Kit's buddies.
Okay.
At him in the chat, but he started doing videos on the game as well. One of the videos he was like, "It'd be cool to have a bike," and in my head I was like, "Nah, that's stupid." But then I was like, "Wait, it's not." And then here we are now with the bike.
Yeah, no, I love the bike. It looks good, sounds good. Oh yeah, this poor couple. They were on what's that? Isn't that like in SpongeBob, like Makeout Cove or something?
Yeah, Love Cove or something.
You know, Makeout Reef.
Yeah. They were really car shaking, and in this shot you can see like at night the fog isn't as prominent like it used to be always at night. So you have like foggy nights, you have clear nights where you can see like clearly like this. And here it's foggy.
Yeah. So good. That zoom, is that a keybind?
Right click.
Oh, nice. Because I was gonna say it's really nice.
It's not like OP, but it's nice to like focus.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So those spotlights are super bright. I fixed it
These.
since then. Because this was like the first test after I put in vegetation. I just managed to get all this cool video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw that in the video real quick. But the spotlights won't be that bright.
Yeah, because it just kind of distorts the face of the tripod.
I don't know if you saw like little individual pieces of the cars like fly off and stuff, like the doors and the wheels and stuff.
Oh yeah, this is helpful having you. Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'll be running from a battle like this, and I'll see like a car door fly by my face at like 100 miles an hour, and I'm like, oh shit, almost died.
Yes. Oh man.
Things like trees falling on you and like debris hitting you, like that will hurt you and stuff.
Oh yeah, because you just said like I almost died, and it made me realize, oh, like if you got hit by a car door that's flying at you at 160 miles an hour, it will hurt you. So, man, yeah, I love that you're paying attention to all these details.
So somebody mentioned the leg is moving super fast when they walk. So if you go back to when the tripod kind of first turns towards the military, so this would have
that one?
Yeah, right here. Like you see how smooth the turn was. Like that's all procedural animation. So like the tripod's feet plant now. Before, like in the older videos, they kind of slid around because it was just an animation.
Yeah.
It's to like an AI agent. But now the feet have IK, so they'll plant and they won't move until the animation event tells it to take a step and lift its foot. There's an issue with this though, is like you'll see sometimes the feet like move super fast after they lift. That's kind of the last hurdle of this. That and then getting the toes to like conform to the terrain are the last part of the IK. But you get a lot more natural movements now with the tripod when it like turns and like pivots and 180s and stuff. It has that effect like it has in the movie. But before it would just be like the whole tripod kind of like slowly turns, doing the walking animation. So that was not acceptable. So now we have this, which looks a lot better.
Oh, bro, keep pushing it. Yeah, I remember when I first saw your videos and like the tripod comes out of the ground and there is the sliding, like IK wasn't even like involved then. Exactly. And it's just cool to see that you're like continually pushing deeper into the game design and development, these details that some will miss, and some will miss just because it's like so natural and perfect and it's like, oh, that's how it should be behaving. But like you're totally right in like pointing that out and making us all be like, hey, like
to go through like videos with you, just like point out things that you might not notice or people might, this part's cool because I almost died.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I remember talking earlier with like the heat ray hitting near you and stuff.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say, I feel like this is the first time I saw like that blue light, and I love it. Yeah, like it's so neat. Yeah, it's so neat. I was so wanting to see this. Like, it's so cool.
So I noticed, like, I watched the movie again. I noticed, like, in the basement scene before the plane crash, like all the flashes are only blue, which I assume to be like the heat rays. And then I assume like all the colorful flashes like green and purple and stuff are the force field. But I was like, you know what? I think it would be better to have like blue, white, purple, green, pink, like all these cool like space colors.
Yeah.
Like randomized instead of just blue for like the heat rays.
Yeah, that's
like,
cool.
You always have this flashing and it's like different colors. In the movie it's just blue.
Yeah.
But I feel like to have all that flashing colors was a good idea.
Yeah, that makes it more fun.
You get those blue moments, like this clip right here, you have that blue.
Yeah.
It just looks great.
Yeah, I think I did notice in some other videos where there were like multiple colors flashing and it's cool. Like that was green. That's awesome. Can we just appreciate Raf tonight for doing this with me?
All the time that I've wasted on this Q&A that I could have been working on.
That's it. We're done. Get out. It's over. Goodbye. No, I'm really glad you're able to take this time and do this with me. I super, super appreciate it.
I really enjoy doing this because like I'm locked at home like doing this stuff like by myself. Like I don't really get a chance to talk about it and answer questions like this. Like I get hundreds of messages every day on all platforms. Like it's a lot to keep up with, but I like to be able to do something like this where like somebody has a question, they can come watch this video and it's likely going to get answered. Rather than like messaging me and then I never say anything and they never know or something like that, or I just surprise them in a video that the question was answered. That's
actually smart because then you don't have to spend all that time or hiring a secretary or getting your girl to answer all the questions for you on the side.
All the feedback and the suggestions and stuff, it's not impossible. Like I reply to a lot of people, but there's so many questions and a lot of them are the same one that I was asked like 8 times in the last 20 minutes, so I might not get a chance to.
There is still so much more to that live stream, and I'm going to keep things like this up on my channel in this playlist here. So if you ever want to go back through and listen to all the details, you can. And for those that stuck around to the very end of the stream, we got some pretty cool exclusive content. I'm going to do my best to try and break out parts of the stream to make it a little bit more digestible, but for now, it's always going to be there in case you couldn't catch it live. As always, guys, you're awesome. I mean, it's you guys. You guys are the ones. Do you want to do my intro?
Isn't it like a whole skit you have to do? Like you write skits for the.
Oh yeah, I should probably write a skit and do all that work and stuff. Huh?
It's usually you versus yourself.
Yeah. That's an ongoing lore now. So.
Another video already. I just made one. I have to do it again.
It's becoming quite a trend. I love it.